Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the Humanitarian Heartbeat podcast, and I have a phenomenal special guest, my girl, Shannon Stones.
Hello, everyone.
This is my girl. This is a little background. We've known each other since college. We're not going to say how long ago that was. But this is my girl. This is my ace, and I'm really excited to read you her bio and get right into it because she is a phenomenal Black woman. And I think after this interview, you guys are going to just fall in love with her, how I have. So let's get into it. You ready, Shan?
I think I am. I'm ready.
Everybody, let's just give her some love. She got this. Shannon is a dedicated mother, high school teacher, and dynamic entrepreneur hailing from West Philadelphia, Mantua section, whoop, whoop, known as the bottom. And let me just tell you real quick, my dad is from the bottom too, so don't play with her. Her educational journey began in the Philadelphia School District, where she spent 11 of her 12 primary education years. She furthered her studies at Drexel University, Temple University, and Community College of Philadelphia. She earned her bachelor degree in exercise science and her master's degree in educational leadership from Immaculata University. Let's go, Shan.
Are you?
Shannon is the founder of PAJ Organics, a successful venture in the organic product industry, and Philabag, a nonprofit organization committed to community service. Her passion for education and community development drives her ambition to establish an educational community center. Wow. This future endeavor aims to provide youth with valuable resources and opportunities to prepare for successful careers. Shan, that's phenomenal.
Thank you.
That is phenomenal. So, the first question that I ask all the guests is, who do you say you are?
Woo. I am a lot of things, but first, I am a mother first. I am a daughter. I am an educator, and I am an entrepreneur. So, I'm a mother to an intelligent 8-year-old boy. I am a daughter. I am my mom's only child, and I am my dad's youngest child. I'm an educator. I teach high school students biology and environmental science. And last but not least, I'm an entrepreneur of PAJ Organics and Philabag.
That's dope. You do it all. That's dope. We're going to get into how you do it all because that's a lot.
Whew, whew.
Okay.
I'm, I'm working on it.
Listen, can you share with us the inspiration behind starting Paj and Philabag and how these ventures align with your passion with education and community development?
So both PAJ Organics and Philabag, they both started in the same year, 2020.
Mm.
So as you know, the world profoundly changed during that time. And I was actually, yeah, I was in school at that time. I was in school. I was actually completing my student teaching.
Mm.
So not much income was generating for me because I wasn't getting paid. It was student teaching. So what was available was government assistance. My bill and government assistance, they
Yeah.
just weren't adding up. So I decided, I'm like, okay, what can I do to generate some income?
Mm.
So I started with Podge, I believe. Yeah, I started with Podge, I believe, because Podge is actually named after my grandmother, Patricia A. Jenkins. That's
Stop
where
it.
Podge come from, organics. So growing up, I was a grandmom's girl. So I stayed around grandma and I noticed certain hair care products within on her shelf. I'm like, Grandma, what's this for? What's this for? Oh, you just mix this with this and then make your hair thicker. So that's where the inspiration came from. But what I decided to do was go into my studies a little bit more and found out what products naturally um can stimulate hair growth,
Hmm.
because we were hearing about things like perms and stuff that were causing cancers that had carcinogens in it. And I'm like, being as though my grandmother died from that, I'm like,
Hmm.
I want to steer away from there.
Yeah.
So I began making hair products, and I actually get my ingredients shipped from Africa as well. So
The motherland.
that's the motherland, the motherland. Um, so I started making products and stuff. And during 2020, we had like pop up shops and stuff. So that's where I would get most of my customers from.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah. And Philabag. Whew. Philabag started out as something so simple. Stories, once again, grandma, stories from her every Saturday morning, I believe, in Philly, they will come outside and clean up everyone in the neighborhood. Um, During this time, I just happened to look at my neighborhood and it was filled with trash and litter. And it had an effect on my mental health.
Mm.
So I knew there was something that I had to do to for myself
Right.
and for the community. So I simply, my son and I, we got trash bags and we some gloves, safety gloves, and just went outside and start picking up trash.
Hmm. Hmm.
And from there, I was able to look out of my window and I'm like, okay, I'd rather see actual nature than a bag of Doritos or other things
Yeah.
that my child shouldn't be exposed to in the
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Yeah. What did that do to your mental?
So seeing the clutter and trash,
Yeah.
and my back is against the wall, I'm out of work, I don't have any income generated. It really started, I started getting depressed
Yeah.
overall and just hiding myself in the house and not really being active like I should.
Right.
So it really took a toll on me. So I knew there was something I had to do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm sure you're not alone in that. Like whenever you see clutter, whether it's outside or in your house clutter, you just kind of it's too much. Like you said, it takes a toll on your mental.
Yes.
But I wonder how can it so it's great that you are cleaning the city, but how do you get people to stop dropping the Doritos, the whatever? It's
I think it needs to be enforced a little more. So um maybe it's so many aspects to it. It could be around different areas don't have an abundance of trash cans around, or if someone sees someone's littering, they're not speaking up like, hey, let's protect the environment. Um that's what I
yeah,
think. It's just not more of a visual eye on it,
yeah.
and people aren't as concerned about the environment as they used to be.
Mm, mm, that's true. That's true. And before I go to the next question, because you mentioned both with Podge and Philabag, how it relates back to your grandma,
Yes.
how do, what's the question? She was obviously a phenomenal woman. Do you feel like both businesses sort of pays homage to her or, you know,
Most definitely. I try to continue her legacy. Like I said, that my grandma was my best friend growing up. So anything I could do to keep that memory alive and keep those memories flowing within my mind, because she kept she kept me along with my mother
yeah.
on a straight and narrow path.
Hmm. Hmm.
My grandmother had saved me from a lots, a lots, and that's what people don't understand. If it
Yeah.
wasn't for her, I would have been a different person. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be on this platform right now sharing my story.
Yeah.
You probably would see me elsewhere, but thank God I'm covered and I'm here today.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like her prayers are still covering you,
Most definitely.
you know.
Definitely.
I love that. I know Miss Pat is so proud of you. I love this. I love this, Shan. How has your background in exercise science influenced Philabag?
So, exercise science, okay, the degree is basically in its name.
Yeah.
So with Philabag, just getting outside for at least like a half an hour of
Mhm.
movement, whether it's walking, gardening, whatever you like to do,
Mhm.
definitely increases your health, whether it's your mental health and your physical health at that.
Yeah.
So that's getting out there and just moving will improve your overall health.
Yeah. You smart.
I'm still learning. I am still learning. I'm taking in things.
Yeah.
I'm taking in knowledge
Yeah.
and learning how to apply it to
Yeah.
the real world. So
Yeah.
I am still learning.
And you're doing a fantastic job. Like you said, you're carrying grandma's legacy, but you're passing the torch to Nug, your son.
Yes, my son, oh, he loves it. Anytime that we get a chance to go out, he loves it. He loves Philabag. Oh, let's pick this up. Oh, mom, we have this. We have this. So I'm trying to keep that going. And especially when he gets older, he's going to need, of course, community service hours so that he is able to graduate and continue his education. So I want to make sure that he doesn't have to search too far, but it's right here within
Yeah.
his reach, and that he can build upon it himself whenever he chooses to.
Mhm. I love that. Girl, you smart. I just keep saying. I keep saying. Now, with all of the inspiration, were there some challenges? What challenges have you faced, or if you faced being an entrepreneur and a community leader? And how have you overcome these challenges?
My
Mm,
biggest challenge has been garnering support.
mm,
Um, I'm not saying that I don't get support, but everyone has a different vision, and everyone is going through their own struggles. So it is hard sometimes to get people to see your vision, get them on your team when they have their own demands for their life.
mhm.
With that being said, progression and like my personal goals, or even just my goals in general for PAJ Organics and Philabag, the process to reach my goals, it'll be slower, but
Mm,
that's fine. That's fine because then I can take my time and really dot my I's and cross my T's
right.
so that when, I guess, what is it? The bigger picture is finally ready to be framed.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll be in my eye, in my view. My vision will be seen as a whole.
Yeah. I think that's phenomenal. And I wonder how we can help you do that, because the environment is something that we all need.
Yes.
So if
Yes,
our
we all benefit.
so if our environment isn't clean, isn't looking good, isn't providing the necessary whatever,
Right.
then we all are affected by that.
And I think partnering with not only like environmental agencies, but also holistic
Mm,
people who are actually in tune with the environment and having like workshops to help people their mental health.
mhm.
So once we get everyone grounded, then I believe that people will start to see the vision and how important maintaining the environment is.
Right, right. How do you not stop? How do you, because you said you don't have that much support, how do you say, what, forget it, like I'm not going to do it anymore? What keeps you going?
I can't stop. I have someone watching me at all times. Giving up is not an option.
Mm,
It's not an option because once you stay stagnant, there is no growth.
mm,
So the goal is to continue going. It doesn't matter which way we we don't know the path.
right.
We don't know the path, but we'll figure it out as we're going.
Mhm.
So it's always best to keep trying to figure out what works for you, and then also things that don't work for you at this time, you'll know because you experienced it.
Right, right.
So definitely, just what did Dory say in Nemo? Just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
Didn't even know that we were like, we needed that. We thought it was funny, but no, keep
Yeah,
going.
Yeah.
I love that. That's why I always say, like what Nipsey said, it's a marathon,
Yes. Yes.
you know?
And get what is it in track where they have to pass the baton back to the next
Um,
one?
yep. Why we both drawing a blank?
We're just, in the Olympics, we're just on the shit.
Right. Father help us to the cross.
Please
Not hurdles.
give us. But
That one.
I think our viewers get the concept of what we're trying to say.
Pass the baton.
Pass the baton, okay?
Somebody's gonna be listening to this and be like, "Hello, it's this."
Wait,
Somebody
is
Google
this
it for
live? Let me see the comments
somebody Google it for us and tell us.
real quick, real quick.
You got me crying. That was irking me that I don't know, but whatever. They got the concept.
Yes.
Um,
Oh man.
you said that you can't stop.
Yes.
So how being a mother, a biology teacher, an entrepreneur, a community advocate, how do you balance it all?
It's organized chaos.
Mm,
So simply, this is what I do. Whatever task in each of those categories that I am serving in life, I prioritize it. And whatever I am able to do at that moment, I'll get it done. So just prioritizing my task and just doing what I can when I'm able to do it. And most importantly, I'm learning not to be so hard on myself.
mm,
Trying to be, oh, a perfectionist. Oh, you're a mother. You have to stay on top of A, B, C, D, and you're a teacher. You have to do this, this, and this, and this. I'm not always following the format works.
mm,
You have to do what you can do when you're able to do it and just balance that's how you can balance everything out. And with that being said, you also have to be willing to accept sacrifices.
mm.
There are many times I had to sacrifice certain things and I did not want to.
Okay.
And there's some things that I cry about that I sacrifice, but in the end, it works out.
Mm.
It works out.
Is that your advice to other mothers, other entrepreneurs, that you have to sacrifice things and that has to be okay?
Um,
Get, what's your advice?
just be willing to accept it and know that your sacrifices aren't going in vain.
Mm,
Because I'm not saying everyone will have to sacrifice, but there will be times where you'll have to choose A or B.
mm,
And you have to follow through with that decision and accept it. So I know everyone's journey is different. So I don't want to just say, oh, yeah, you have to. That's the only way you're going to get through. No, because some people are able to delegate their tasks differently. But I will say in my journey, that's something that I had to do in
mm,
order to survive and keep going.
mm. And I just want to emphasize this too with your advice, not just being a mom, because that's difficult, but being a single mother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't, yeah, for me, entering motherhood, uh, I did not enter motherhood by myself,
correct.
but life happens and I had to delegate the task of being the single mother. And, ooh, it's a lot. It's a lot because going back to sacrificing, in order for me to be present for my child to make sure he had an environment in which he could grow himself, I had to sacrifice things that I wanted to do.
Mm,
And some of those things saved me,
mhm.
and others I used to be, I guess, look, I used to be like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Oh my gosh, I wish I could. And then it's like, no, take a step back. What are
Mm,
you doing it for? Who were
mm,
you doing it for? And now seeing my son thrive, he's so intelligent. I'm
yeah,
like, it's it was worth it.
yeah.
Knowing that, okay, my time, this is what I chose to do in my time, in my years. But hopefully when he's at my age,
Yeah.
hopefully he waits on parenthood. Um, when he gets to that age, of when I had him, I hopefully his vision is somewhat clear because we don't have clarity in what we want to do in life
Mhm.
until we try it. But hopefully, like my son, I just see bigger things for him
Mhm.
in life. I see
Mhm.
him achieving so much. So it's worth it. If my sacrifices can I can make sure that my son is stable,
Yeah, yeah.
financially stable, mentally stable, physically at his top peak in fitness, then I know that I have done something right.
That's phenomenal, Shan, because it's not so much of what you say, but what you're doing. And he's seeing you do it in real time. He's seeing you pick up the trash. He's seeing how that may affect, you might be angry, like, look at this trash. But as soon as you pick it up, it's like, oh, it's pretty. That mind shift. He's
Yes.
seeing you put natural products in your hair. He's seeing that where it may not have been here, now it's here.
Yeah,
He's
correct.
seeing that.
He sees the growth. And that's one thing I do. Excuse me.
Mhm.
There is something that I do want to mention because um still to this day. So in my when I graduated from IU in 2020 with my master's degree,
Yes.
my son was the only one in attendance with me at my graduation. And I never forget someone asked me, "Oh, hey, would you like for me to watch your son while you walk across the stage?" And I said, "Thank you for the gesture, but as as much as this is my degree, this is his degree as well."
Mm,
My son stayed up with me while I was studying. If I needed something, a water, my son would bring it to me. So
mm,
having him walk across that stage with me and being presented with a degree and taking pictures, I don't think if it wasn't for him, that's my motivation.
mm,
I wouldn't have done it at
mm,
all, at all,
mm.
at all. So yeah. Whew.
That's a
Don't give
lot.
me the crown here, Nia.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it reminds me of, I saw this post on Instagram, and it was this little girl taking a picture of her father who just graduated, and it was just them. And so that reminds me
Yes,
of, it's y'all, but you are doing it for each other just as much as you're here for him, he's here for
yes, he
you.
is. Yes, he is.
Shan, that's beautiful.
That's
Go ahead, Nug. Mommy shouting you up. Go ahead, Nug.
my
She,
baby.
yeah,
That's my baby.
yeah. Um, I think we kind of touched on this, but for anybody, whether they may not be a mom, but they have a lot of things going on, how do you balance your things?
Like I said, just prioritize.
Okay.
What are you able to do in that moment? Where is your mindset? Because if your mental health isn't right, you can't forget about everything else.
Hmm.
What are you able to do? It may not be the biggest task that you want to get done, but if it's something else, do what you can when you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when your clock stops, everyone else's timeline is still going,
Mm,
still
mm,
going, still going. So do what you can when you're able to,
mm,
definitely,
and be okay with that.
and accept it. Accept it. That's your decision. That's what you chose. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Anyone else that has a problem with it, support me.
B-
Support me. If it's not within your time constraints, help me out.
Right.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So, yeah, yeah. And that's for anyone.
She said that's for anyone. Shannon, I seeing your trajectory, like, of you being a phenomenal educator, a phenomenal woman, seeing you figure it out, being a great mom, a great coworker, a great educator. It's beautiful because it could easily be too much for you and you're like, I'm not doing it. But not only are you doing it for yourself, you're doing it for Nugget, but you're doing it for the community. And I think that's absolutely beautiful because not only are you carrying your grandma's legacy, this legacy will surpass you. We
Yes.
in the world will forever know Pat's legacy because what you are implementing.
Yes, and that's why I'm working on growing it because this is just something for me internally. Knowing how much of an impact she had on my life
Mhm.
and others' lives,
Mhm.
I know that this is only the beginning stages of both of my projects
Yeah,
that are inspired by her.
yeah,
It's the only way I can, if this is rock bottom, oh, we
yeah,
have a long way to go.
yeah,
A long way to go.
yeah. How can people find Philabag and PAJ Organics?
So currently, right now, I am on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be working on websites and things of that nature later on when I'm able to balance my time and things.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, I'm on Instagram at Phila PHILA_bag and at Paj Organics PAJ Organics on Instagram. So if you need anything, just send me a DM, and also my email information is on there as well.
That's phenomenal, Shan. That's phenomenal. And as we wrap up, we asked you in the beginning, who do you say you are? So, from this beautiful and impactful conversation, my last question to you is, who will we say that you are?
Um, People have been defining me my whole life, and I
Mm,
welcome them to continue. So, with that being said, just remember one thing first: I am a child of God, and I will continue to walk in the path that He sets out for me.
mm,
Everything else, whatever you take from me or whatever inspires you, whatever I can give to others, however they perceive me, just make sure I have someone guiding me.
mm. You got a book in you. That is deep. I love that, Shan. I, you know, anybody, if you know somebody, and we all know people
Yes.
who need community service, who
Yes.
agrees with seeing clutter, seeing trash, and wanting to pick up, hit up Fill a Bag. One more
Yes.
time, Shane, where can they find Fill a Bag?
Instagram.
Yes.
So Phila_bag, or you can email me PhilaBagNP for nonprofit at gmail.com.
Thank you. And for those who need their edges, their hair to
Yes.
grow, but naturally,
Yes.
what we put into our body is so important. Shan, where can they get some Podge Organics?
Please DM me on Instagram and I'll make you a special batch myself. Now I know I have a little bit of extensions on right now.
Oh, look at
However, if
this.
you'll see on my page of where I started from, yeah, we couldn't get this into a ponytail a couple years ago
Yeah,
at all. At
yeah,
all.
yeah.
No. So yes. DM me, let me know what's going on with your hair and I'll tailor um the products to fit your needs. So definitely just DM me.
See y'all. Y'all. I told you she was my girl. Now after this, y'all gonna want her to be your girl. Calm down.
Okay.
Calm down. Y'all can reach out to her, but she's mine. Calm down.
Knee and nose.
Calm down.
Woo.
But she will
Yeah.
help you. And she is so authentic. She is so transparent. She is so loving. She got y'all. So reach out and anybody, share the information
Yes.
because we need our world clean. We need what we put into our bodies clean. And
Yeah.
Miss Shannon Stones is the one to get it done.
I want to say thank you to Dr. Bailey
Girl, try it.
for this opportunity. Because Nia, I'm telling you, in college,
Okay, Shannon, this is about you.
I understand, but when you surround yourself with individuals who are on their path, I tell you, it makes a difference. In college, Nia, I was struggling with my studies, and Nia was just studying. And I'm like, how is she passing and everything? So I start trying her studying techniques. And I'm like, okay, this is working. This is working.
Girl,
So definitely when you surround yourself with individuals who actually have a goal and are doing things with their life, that definitely helps. That helps as well. Even when the support isn't there, but as long as you have a role model there,
yeah,
you'll be fine. You can accomplish anything in life.
I appreciate
Definitely.
that. I appreciate that because you telling the PG version because we was outside. But
Make it
okay, yeah, that version
excuse.
too. You
Oh my
guys,
goodness.
PAJ Organics, Philabag, hit up my girl Shannon Stones. Like I said, that's my girl, but you can still hit her up and follow her. And let's get this world clean. Let's put what in our bodies cleanliness.
Yes.
And we got
Yes.
this. We got
Yes.
this. Follow my girl. Thank you so much for tuning into the Humanitarian Heartbeat podcast. Follow Shannon, Philabag, PAJ Organics, and we hope you guys have a great day.
Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.
On behalf of everyone here at the Humanitarian Heartbeat podcast, we thank you, the listeners. You could be doing anything else with your time, but you decided to spend time with us. And for that, we thank you. We feel so special. To our guests, thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to impart wisdom, information, and knowledge. What a blessing that is. To all of the listeners, please make sure to follow us on social media at the Humanitarian Heartbeat Podcast. Of course, you can listen to us on your favorite platforms. Find us on YouTube and make sure that no matter what you do in this life, you follow your heart. God bless.